Hey, welcome to Ward Wrenching. I just want to show you kind of how I wash my cars, give you a little rundown. We got 3 buckets over here. This black bucket is for our engine, wheels, things like that, things that have a lot of contaminants like your road dust and everything. This blue bucket is usually your rinse, but I use the one towel method. This is going to be our soap bucket here. We have all our tools and we're going to fill that up with our wash towels. And then once we're done with the towel, like once it's dirty and everything, we're going to throw it into that bucket and it'll just sit there instead of rinsing it and then possibly adding more contaminants to our vehicle. We have foam cannon, Ryobi pressure washer, and then I really like these flexible hose lines. I have the 2-stage water osmosis cleaner, filter upper, whatever. It makes the water clean. We got our wash towels here. These towels are in the middle are for wax, things like that. And then we have our engine and wheel towels over here. The engine and wheel towels are not going to go in the blue bucket. They're actually going to go into a separate pile just because I don't want to do any cross-contamination with that. Over here, I have all the tools that we're going to be using. We have an applicator for the ceramic coating we're going to be using. We have a tire gel applicator, squeegee for the windows, Brillo soft pad. They're real cheap. They work great on windows and scrubbing them. Over here, I have air compressor. You don't need one of these. I really like it because when I'm in that drying stage on the vehicle, it works great for blowing out all the little crevices and everything. So that's kind of a quick rundown. And for chemicals, 98% of what I'm using is ammo. I really like his products. They work great. Yes, they're more expensive. I've used Meguiar's. It's good. Chemical Guy's good. I just find the best usage out of the ammo products. And let's get to detailing this car. When I'm washing the wheels, first I use the pressure washer, kind of break loose all that loose grime, dirt, everything. And you'll see that I'm spraying the inside of the wheel well. That's because on the Acura it has a felt liner and that attracts a lot of dirt. It reduces road noise, but it's really good at holding in all that dirt. Then I spray the wheel down with Ammo Plum, which is a iron decon. It breaks up all the brake dust and things that embed into the wheels. It works really well and it makes cleaning the wheel a lot easier. Then I have my Ammo Brute soap in the black bucket and I use all the different little brushes. I kind of start with the outside and then I work my way through the spindles with smaller ones, and then I'll come in at the very end with a toothbrush and really get in all those little crevices. Your wheels are your main thing that you really want to focus on because that's what a lot of people's eyes attract to. And then once I've scrubbed the tire, everything, I go in and I pressure wash it again, clean it, and then I'm going to look and I'm going to see if there's more stuff. And you can see I have the toothbrush out right now and I am grabbing those little last things because you're not going to hit it all. Now what I do is the wheels are done. We want to start with the wheels because those are the dirtiest and we don't want to spray dirt back onto clean paint. So we're just hosing down the car with the pressure washer. We have the spotless rinse filters going through it, and now I'm using the foam cannon, foamer down. Yes, we're in quote-unquote direct sunlight. It's actually 58 degrees outside right now. And then I grab my wash mitt and I start washing it down. We fold it in 4s. As it gets dirty, we throw it out, grab a new one. We don't need to rinse it or anything like that. We're going to burn through a lot more towels that way. And then just keep mindful of your car. Make sure it's not getting super hot. So the main tools I use when I'm washing it are the towels, and Ammo has really good towels. Chemical Guy's towels, I find that they're pretty good too. So it's kind of whatever you want. I've used the Amazon towels before. They're really cheap, so spend some money on quality towels. And then you can see here that I am resprayed the car, and now I'm using a boar's hair brush and going into all the different trim pieces and breaking loose any dirt and just getting in all those crevices because that's where a lot of dirt will hide, and that just brings out your clean to a whole new level. And it really doesn't take that much more time. Once we've washed down the whole car, we'll just go ahead and pressure wash it and get it all nice and cleaned off, get all that soap out of there. You don't want it to dry soap on there. Just because you're using the spot-free rinse doesn't mean that you don't need to be really thorough with rinsing the car off. And then we'll go to the drying stage next. So now we're going to use our Ammo Hydrate, and what this is it helps moisturize the paint while we're drying. I like it, it works really well. It's not required. The results speak for themselves, so that's why I use it. And then same thing with the towels. We keep folding them in 4s. As it gets soiled, dirty, wet, we grab a new towel. For the air compressor, which we're about to be using, I set it for about 30 psi. You don't need a ton of air pressure. We just want to blow out all those little crevices and everything and get all the air out or all the water out. For the pressure washer, I'm using a Ryobi electric pressure washer. I've used gas ones before. You really just want to be mindful of how strong your pressure washer is. I like the little Ryobi one because it's compact and it doesn't have a ton of pressure where I'm worried about hurting the paint, because certain pressure washers, like a gas powered one, will really mess up your paint. So like I said, now we're cleaning up the whole car with the air compressor and everything, and like I said, it's not required, but it does a really good job at helping just blow out all the little crevices and helping you. So once your paint's dry, go in and dry your wheels, everything like that. Real simple, and the air compressor is great there. Now we're going to add some of the Ammo Mud, which is their tire dressing. I don't like to go for a high shine, so we're just going to do kind of a matte finish, but with the Ammo Mud, if you want that high shine, just add a little bit extra applications of it. So we're just going to do one coating. If you wanted a high shine, I would do 2 or 3 coatings. And speaking of the wheels, when you're done with your wheel tools and your brushes and all that, keep the tools separated, because one's touching paint, the other one's touching wheels. But make sure you thoroughly dry them before you put them up. You don't want to have any mold or anything like that for the next time you go to wash your car. With those spotless filters, which they work great and the media lasts a long time, but something you have to absolutely do is, when the end of your detail, drain those canisters out. Just take the 2 ends off each canister, flip the canister upside down, and let it drain while you put up the rest of your tools. Put the caps back on so that way they stay nice and sealed, and you'll be ready for your next wash. If you ever need to change the media, you can buy the media on Amazon and it just goes right into the canister. It's really simple. Now we're going to apply the Ammo Reflex Pro, which is a ceramic coating. And I really like this product, and what you can see here is that I'm testing the paint. Even though it was 52 degrees outside, the car ended up getting very hot because it's a black car. So I parked it in the trees, checked it again, it was still hot, so then I moved it to a different area where it's a lot shadier. So it's really easy to apply the Reflex Pro. You put it on your applicator pad, and then you wipe thin 2 foot by 2 foot squares on the paint, and you'll see it kind of haze over into a rainbow. Once it's done that rainbow haze, then you can wipe it off, and I use a little bit of the Ammo Spit, which is their spray wax, to help remove it, and also gives a little bit of the wax protection on top. So I just go around, do the whole car and everything, and once you're done applying the Reflex Pro, you're going to want to take that applicator pad and throw it away, because it's going to harden, and the applicator pads are really cheap. You don't want to end up scratching your next car that you're working on. And the little bottle of Reflex Pro, I know it's really expensive, but it'll go a long way. You can do about 5 cars on it. So when I go to wash the windows or clean the windows, I use invisible glass. I've used the pressurized canister, and I've used the spray bottle that you just use the hand pump on. They both work really well. I don't really have a preference over the other. I just prefer that product the most. What I do is I'll spray the glass, and then I'll use that pad that you can get at any grocery store, and they're really cheap, and I'll scrub the glass down with that, and then I'll use my squeegee after to come in and clean it. What I'll do is I'll take the squeegee, and after I do each pass, I'll wipe the squeegee off on a towel. Once it's been squeegeed, then I go in with a different towel and I wipe it out. One thing to be really mindful of is when you're doing the back glass or the interior glass with the squeegee, you don't want to scratch any type of tint, so just be mindful of that. So you can see here kind of the finished product. That's the wheels, how bad they were. They came out really well. Wheels just hadn't been done in a long time. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I don't claim to be a professional. I'm just a guy that likes to work on my cars. This is how I wash and protect my car for regular use and everything like that. So I hope you learned something from this and took away some type of value. We'll see you next time.